Hey guys, how's it going? Dylan here, and we're ready for our second part to my Blu-ray collection walkthrough thingamajig. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting on D. So first up, we have a bit of a classic, maybe not as well known title, Dead Calm. So Dead Calm stars Sam Neill, Nicole Kidman, and Billy Zane, and it's actually a really great thriller from the 80s. Really young, well, all three of them pretty young in terms of acting ages. But yeah, Dead Calm is one of my favourite kind of underrated, less well known thrillers that you can find. And the actual Blu-ray presentation for a 80s Australian movie is a lot better than you'd think. All the waves and waters are recreated really well. I'd highly recommend at least seeing this once because it's just actually a really fantastic, kind of really slow building thriller. Next up is Deadpool. So I've got a Deadpool steelbook. Deadpool's a great movie, obviously. Pretty much everyone will know about Deadpool. Next up we have one of my personal favourites, Death Proof Extended Edition. So I'm a massive Tarantino fan, as you might find out later on in the collection videos. But Death Proof is one of his more underrated titles that hasn't really gotten a lot of praise. There's a cult following behind it, but majority of people don't really like it. I absolutely love this film, especially the extended edition, which is the edition that doesn't come with the pairing film by Robert Rodriguez, Planet Terror. I actually do own that as well, but we'll get to that later. So this film, all shot on 70s film stock to make it look like an actual Grindhouse picture from the 70s, and absolutely fantastic story. Kurt Russell as the bad guy, brilliant. Django Unchained, I really love this film. Probably not one of my favourite Tarantino films, but it's definitely bounds above a lot of other films, so I really like this one. Got Dollhouse season 1 and 2. So Dollhouse is a Joss Whedon show, and it was shown on the Sci-Fi Channel, I believe, or Fox. No, actually, Fox. And it was a cool little series. Eliza Dushku, probably butchered that name, but oh well. And a lot of other Joss Whedon regulars as well joined the cast. So as usual, it's usually a fantastic time if Joss Whedon's at the helm of a TV series. So would highly recommend that one if you haven't seen it. Dragon Ball Z Kai, just one of them. I'm actually a really big fan of Dragon Ball Z. I used to watch it when I was a kid growing up in Australia. Every morning they showed an episode. So I decided to get Kai because it was all redrawn frame by frame for Blu-ray. So it's actually a fantastic looking anime, especially for how old it is. Definitely give that one a shot. Dredd, the new Dredd, obviously, not Judge Dredd. There's a big difference between those two. Dredd is a really good film, definitely. Absolutely fantastic slow motion sequences and things like that. Really good performance by Carl Urban and Lena Headey. So it's really good. Duplicity, which is the first one in these videos that I actually haven't watched yet. Oddly enough, I just picked it up because it was on sale and I heard some good things about it. I don't really know anything about this. Julia Roberts, Clive Owen. Hoping it will be decent. Who knows when I'll get to watch it with a 10-month-old and full-time work, but we'll see. Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Little gem of recent movie releases, kind of thing. Doug Liman, I believe. Yes, Doug Liman. Basically Groundhog Day combined with an action movie, so pretty good. Bill Paxton's in it as well. He's always welcome. So that one's a pretty good one. Edward Scissorhands, which is absolutely fantastic film. I actually haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet. I picked it up because it's one of my favourite kind of films I watched it in my childhood, and I'm hoping that the transfer is to Blu-ray has done the film justice. I will update you guys when I do actually end up watching some of the ones that I haven't seen yet. One of my absolute favourite 90s action films. Action film? One of my favourite 90s horror films, Event Horizon. So Event Horizon is, I'm guessing it's fairly well known, but if it's not, then you're missing out if you haven't seen this. Event Horizon is actually directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, whom you might know from the absolutely terrible but my guilty pleasure Resident Evil movies, and the new Three Musketeers and things like that. Event Horizon is probably my favourite one of his films, especially in terms of actually how effective it is. It's a horror movie in space. If you think of it as like Hellraiser combined with alien and space sci-fi movies, it's actually quite a fantastic one and has some great little jump scares in there. Nothing fancy or anything. Good dream sequences. And Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, 2-disc collector's edition. I'm really proud of that one. And although the CG is quite dated, a lot of the shots are actually using miniatures, so it does hold up. One of our all-time favourites, Fargo, which is obviously very well known. Joel and Ethan Coen brothers, one of their earlier films in their catalogue. Absolutely fantastic film. Great writing, great direction. Steve Buscemi. Pretty much every actor in this film is really good, and the dialogue gets me every bloody time. Pretty obvious one, Fight Club. I'm a bit disappointed though. I have this really I ordered these from Amazon, and they're really thin cases that feel really cheap, so I might hope to replace this one and a few others that I have. But Fight Club is a classic, and there's nothing more I can say about it. I can't really say anything about it. I'd be breaking the rules, wouldn't I? Firefly, which I know I own, but I actually haven't seen it yet. I've seen Serenity, the movie, but I haven't seen Firefly. It's waiting here to be seen. My wife and I plan to watch it together, so hopefully that'll be good. Freddy vs. Jason. Really bad movie, absolutely horrible, but it used to be on TV all the time when I was a kid, and it's just fun to put in like during when I just want to zone out kind of thing and watch something hilarious. Fringe, the complete series, seasons 1 to 5. So Fringe is a fantastic little series. The last season is a bit iffy, but it's a J.J. Abrams show, so it's got good pedigree, good producing behind it, and Anna Torv, Joshua Jackson, John Noble, who's actually from South Australia where I live, and they're absolutely fantastic. Great series there. Got all of them on Blu-ray. They're all shot in full high definition, so they all look fantastic when viewed on Blu-ray. So I'm really happy about this addition to my collection, and we're actually about to start. We'll have just started rewatching it, my wife and I, because she hasn't seen the entire series. So I'm really looking forward to continuing that. Alright, so that's all for today. Next we'll move on to G? Yes. Next we'll move on to G. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy.